morning, gentlemen. I'd like to be identified as person number 2 in the minutes, please. On June 7th,
P2.
pardon me?
Buildings be P2.
P2, that would be fine. And by the way, there's absolutely no truth to the rumor that Commissioner Johnson and I are in agreement on everything because we choose to dress alike. On June 17th and again on June 24th, I wrote you a letter of request regarding the designation of the pit pier application as a project of industrial project of statewide significance, laying out the reasons why we believe that the project meets those requirements, and urging a expeditious decision on your part, assuming that those decisions will be one of 3 things: either to approve the request, or to deny the request with the reasons attached thereto, or 3, to refuse to comment with the reasons for that attached thereto. It doesn't seem to be, unless you can tell me any other options. But I do want to speak briefly about some of the things that I believe apply to the request so that public understanding is complete. Number 1, endorsement of this request has nothing to do with your endorsement of the pit to pier project or the hearing examiner's decision on the pit to pier project. As I pointed out in my letter, all of the same regulations, processes, and decision makers apply as apply currently. What the designation would do is, number 1, limit Jefferson County's exposure to mistake in this process, because that would be handled by the state. Number 2, it would allow the state to take over responsibility for coordination of this very complex multi-agency, multi-level permit process. And while, number 3, preserving Jefferson County's place at the table in the decision-making process at the state. There's still going to be hearing examiner hearings on the conditional use permit and on the shoreline conditional use permit, so that local citizens will have exactly the same amount of opportunity to participate in the process, yea or nay. But granting the request would definitely be not only to the benefit of Jefferson County, but it would be to Fred Hill's benefit, because we can be more assured, we believe, that mistakes in the process will be limited. And what we don't want to do when we get in, I heard a rumor that there might be a court case on this decision. And when we get into court, I would like to be, my objective on the behalf of Fred Hill Materials, have the most accurate, most complete, and comprehensive record we can for the court to consider. So I would ask you, please, to simply answer the question one way or the other so we can get on with it. Lastly, I do want to indicate that pit-to-pier application does not go away if Fred Hill Materials goes bankrupt. You need to understand that. The pit-to-pier application is a huge asset. GM didn't go away when it went bankrupt. Starbucks didn't go, or Eddie Bauer isn't going away, nor is Fred Hill. Thank you.